Okay, at 9:47 a.m. According to prep. All right. Pre-recording number two. Okay. A little bit of an encounter pre this morning. Around 8 o'clock. I went out with my dad for breakfast, and it didn't went well. And we went to a restaurant for breakfast. So since I would say um, mid June itself, he's been forcing me periodically to um, to going back to volunteering at a place that I had really not wanted to go, and basically I haven't gone back there since I'd say since last year. Last year I completely dished that place because I completely abandoned volunteering. And since that time itself, for me itself, because that time during that year, during that time in I think sometime that time during the summertime around after the summertime, I'd gone sick that time, and at that time it was not safe for me, and I had decided it was I I didn't want to go back there. And since then, I had I had decided not to go back. I have a bit of some photos on my phone. This is the last time that I was there. Um, I'll bring it up. The very last time that I was at that place was mid 2025, I think. And excuse me. So, so since that time, it was May 15th, 2025. Oh yeah, that may have been the last time. What? That may have been the last time. September. What? September. September 4th. So September 4th, 2025. The last time that I went back there was September 4th, 2025. So the last time that I went back to that place was September 4th, 2025. So it was exactly 1 year. It would be exactly a year. And I've completely dished going back there. So it was I think I may have completely gone sick, and I decided not going back there again, ever going back there again because I gotten sick. I said, enough, enough, and I said, and ever since then I said that place is not safe. It's not safe for me, and I decided not to go back there. And I said I didn't want to go back there again, and ever since then I decided I wanted it. I wanted it because excuse me. Because after that, a year later after that, we decided to move, and it was not because of that time. We A year later, I would say probably around January, February, March, about February. That's when I decided to move and to move to this house. And because of that, well, there's a lot of other places around. I mean, there's the mall that's not far back, not far around. That's there's there's a lot of areas in that area. That's like there's that area there that's not far from that area where that's that that I found it is very easy to do, and I've done that during the time, and I've helped Matt once in a while to help out. So one of those things was Matt that I helped with her computer, and that was during that time. I think it was sometime around that time. But I haven't had any contact with Matt Bergevin. So I helped Matt Bergevin with her computer, and to basically to fix her computer. It was I think it was sometime before March or April itself, theoretically, basically, and basically, and it exactly that I'd say, and um, and theoretically itself, I would think. So you're looking um, at that stuff, but in relations to my father itself, I didn't want to get into that because I had when it comes to volunteering, I had to put the needle in a haystack, and that said because she was on for the summertime, right? And when I decided I didn't want to go back there. I said I preferred so so one thing that I decided that I wanted to do is blend myself as a helper it, for whenever there is so it is well so the other thing that is that and it means uh, whatever is associated. So I was thinking about that that thing that's to do with OCAP, right? OCAP, OCCPPD, right? That's similar to and there was something that was done back in early February, March to April, and there was a similar to OCAP, right? And now that this thing is happening again with my dad and ASO, and it's now becoming a problem. And now that my dad is actually putting his hands into what he should not be doing, and that means he's causing a problem with that. Now because he's that, and I'm gonna say, look, I want whatever documentation that Anik is doing to be pulled out. So because of that, because it's so whatever information or documentation is to be shown directly to that. So and whatever information. So yeah, so that information is whatever flagged information is. So yeah, and whatever. So that makes perfect well sense. And uh, so it makes perfect well sense that I flagged that place that I used to go to that it's no longer going. I don't want to go back there. And Maddie, I don't know. I don't want to hear about her anymore herself. That's period. That's the first thing I don't want to hear from her anymore. On that demand, it's she's the first person I don't want to talk about, or hear about. It's just getting enough of it. And so, well, as part of this, things that I will be doing during the winter time, it will be the following things. Probably it will be shoveling, I think, depending on how much snow we get during the winter, and probably doing the snowblower if we have a lot of snow. And probably doing that. Stuff to be done. Yeah. And then I also have certain things. There's also another thing too. I have to look at how much money that I have to owe back to Ed. That's into the report. Gathering of reports that I've done, binary reports that I've looked up from Ed's primary file I have here. So I have July 29th, and then I have August 20th. I'm not going to go on my file directly. So on August 20th, received 204.20, and that's the amount that I paid, and then that's on new tires for front of bike. So that was pretty well that, and then there's the credit stuff. That's another thing itself, and pretty well whatever it is. And when it comes to this, and then that, and I pretty well have one Rico drive left, or the first one, and the second one I have 5 left that I'm gonna buy once a month, and depending on what this series left. So as well as that, I will make a primary documentation on the amount that there is, and that primarily. And as well as that, um, I will not be going back to that place. That's the first. Depending on what my status primarily is, more involvement on helping out just really on Thursdays because that's the first thing. Because if I go to the volunteering all the time, I won't be able to do the the volunteering because that's the first thing. That's and as well as my video formats. I get up around. I get up around 6. It means that if I do that, it's off right. That means I have to be out of here by the time. It takes me two, two of them to get there. And that's the first thing. And the other thing that I wanted to primarily discuss in a drug note directly. The other thing is just a private note. I find that my dad is a little bit uneven when it comes to really want to pushing me to do volunteering. I do not want to do that. I want to stick whatever I want to do, and whatever is on my conceives. That is number one is YouTube, not volunteering. And I just want to say number one is I'm going to stick on my plan on YouTube and making money after I get monetized. That's the first thing. And I don't care whatever he says. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to volunteer. I'm gonna be up straight with my viewers. That's the first thing that I'm gonna say. Number one, because I am not gonna do that. That's the first thing that I'm not gonna do. Being up straight with that thing is number one. Number two, and on the second thing, what is my next projects? Number one, my next projects I have up straight. This is what I'm. And on all my next projects are these. And yeah, but that's pretty well with my next projects. I started up basically with this, and I've done up to that check mark there, and then I have I basically have this. Uh, I'll read it up close. So I had Riker, Picard, Data, Troy, Worf, Crusher. Then I have Miles O'Brien, Tashiar, Jorah LaForge, Wesley Crusher, Lieutenant Reginald Barclay, Dr. Catherine Pulaski, Professor James Moriarty. Oh yeah, so that was it's all related to Trek, Star Trek, basically. So that's for my viewers to know a little bit more of an insight. So that's coming out next in my Star Trek, podcast, latest podcast, and it won't be now. It'll probably be in a few next podcasts, and yeah, basically. So yeah, and probably that. So yeah, we'll look out for that and subscribe for more and ring the bell for.